Well, good morning YouTube. Welcome to my little shop of horrors here. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Don't have a name for it yet. I'm sure my kids will come up with something pretty soon. A little background on myself. Don't know if y'all can tell or not from this, but we like the Fords a little bit around here. Got my buddy's 90 GT back here. Gonna be doing some work to it. That's gonna be our first series of videos. 92 T-Bird belongs to my daughter. Gonna be taking some parts off the Mustang, putting them on the T-Bird. It's my F350. We named the Cockroach. You just can't kill that thing. And then got Mama's 2004 Expedition back there, 200,000+ miles, still running like a champ. I should be a Ford commercial. Anyway, welcome to the shop. Don't know if y'all can see this. We like Volkswagens too. That's another little project we got. We're going to be doing a generator replacement on that soon. Hopefully have the funds to do the alternator upgrade on it. Anyway, give you a little background on this car here. Alright, like I said, this is a good friend of mine's, a 90 Mustang GT. Little mild rebuilt 306 Edelbrock upper and lower intake. BBK throttle body, EGR spacer. Nice little late model restoration cold air intake. We're going to be taking that off and modifying it. Try to modify it to put it on T-Bird because the little project we got going on here, that's going to be gone. 24 pound-hour injectors, GT40 heads. Not real sure what cam we got in. We haven't been that far into it, but the thump it's got, we do believe it's like a little Ford Motorsport X303. Factory headers going into an X pipe. 2 Flowmaster Super 10s, dump it axle. Done a bunch of work to this car. He bought it, wasn't running. He did the tune-up, plugs, wires, distributor cat rotor. Got it running. Brought it to me. Cleaned the fuel injectors, new fuel pump, new fuel filter. Golly, I can't really remember what all we've done in this car. Been a bunch. New clutch, flywheel, throwout bearing, all the goods in there. Old car's pretty clean. He just put on these new staggered saline replicas. Are pretty sweet. Only bad spot on the car is the front end. The guy he bought it from hit a deer, replaced all this stuff, never got it painted, but we may work on that while we're in the middle of this project. Overall, pretty clean car. Once my neighbors hear her up, I will start her up so y'all get a little idea of how she sounds. Old girl's pretty mean. Runs pretty good. Butt dyno, I'd say probably around 275, 300 at the wheel. We got an On3 turbo kit going on this car. That once I get this shop here cleaned up so I can spread out some parts, we'll do some box opening and we'll see what we got in there, and hopefully before I go to work we can start some tear down on this car. Alright y'all, here she is. Don't know how good the sound's gonna be, but we'll give her a shot. A little chop for you. Pretty mean. All right, we're back to cleaning so I can get to work on this monster. Monster, I can't talk. Later. All right, try this again. He ordered the mild steel header flanges and headers. They're saves you money. Got a little surface rust on them, but we'll coat those in some high heat paint, then wrap them in some DEI heat wrap, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Not going to be pretty, but it'll work. Leave them wrapped up for now. All right, box number 3. Let's be all our intercooler, charge piping, I said I'm not going to go out and wrap any of this stuff yet because it's going to be a couple days before we get started on the install. Still got a bunch of tear down to do. Revision for you. Not sure that's for the blow off valve or the wastegate. I think one of them we're going to have to do some welding, which we'll figure that out as we go. And just to let y'all know, this is my first turbo install, so we all going to learn together on this one. Ought to be fun though. All right, now for the fun stuff. This is going to be the turbocharger, 70mm journal bearing. You can upgrade to a 67mm with roller bearings, which is probably a better turbo, but there's flange gasket, old return gasket, but for the money I think this is going to be okay. It doesn't drive the car a whole lot, it's just a little play toy. We'll see. All else fails, later on down the road you can always upgrade. Alright, got her out of the box. There's your cold side. Hot side. Doesn't look too bad. Oil feed, oil return. I think we got all the goods for that too. Y'all pardon my camera skills, I'm new to this YouTube crap, but bear with me. And then here's our blow off valve, 50mm I do believe. I do believe that this is our wastegate, 44mm. Flange, that's flange I believe we're going to have to do some welding on. It has to be TIG welded. We'll have to find somebody to do it for us. I can MIG, but don't have the ability to TIG right now. We'll figure that out when we get there. Alright, the rest of what we got here is hardware. Like I said, not good with the camera here. Instructional DVD, I'll definitely be watching that before we get too far along. Lines for your oil feed and oil return for the turbo. Various couplings. Pardon me, they started my truck. This is the regulator, I believe, for the wastegate. Got a bunch of vacuum line. Not too sure how I like that, but like I said, we'll see what we got. First turbo install. Bear with me. We're all going to learn together. It's going to be a fun project. Down here, got all our V-band clamps, which I like V-band clamps. Work out nice. Nice tight seal. And there they go in the cockroach. Love the old Power Stroke. Alright, well that's the unboxing, unveiling. I'm going to go in here and watch this instructional DVD, and if I have time later on before I go to work, we're going to get the old girl up on jack stands, drain some coolant, drop some exhaust, see how far along we can get on the teardown. Still waiting on the fuel parts. For some reason he ordered those last, so there's not a whole lot I can do. I can test fit the headers, get the exhaust tore out, factory headers tore off. I'll go ahead and take the intake off, upper intake, cold air, all that good stuff. We'll get that out of the way, get the radiator drained, front fascia off so we can mount the intercooler. Like I said, this is my first turbo install, so we're learning. We ordered a 340 liter per hour fuel pump, Ford Motorsport. May have to have a booster pump, we don't know yet. 60 pound an hour injectors. Got a 3-inch blow through mass airflow, the new blade style. Like on the, I believe it's the 05 and up Mustangs, you got the new blade style, but it's got the adapter and all for that. BBK billet fuel rails. Let's see what else we got. Air motive fuel pressure regulator. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some other stuff. As we go along, I'll point out what we're doing, how we're doing it. and see what we come up with. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to get a dyno run on this thing like this, but like I said, seat of the pants, 275, 300, somewhere around in there. But we'll definitely have to take her and get her tuned after the turbo's on. But for now, that's all we got. If I get a chance later today to do some teardown, we'll record that, and you'll be along for the ride. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not going to edit much of anything out of this, so any mistakes I make, y'all get a first-hand view at it. But, leave your comments below. Please like, subscribe, click the notification button, and we shall return. See you guys later.